Hi. This is OMG Live Caribbean. I am Cecilia Salazar, coming to you from beautiful Pitti Valley in Port of Spain, Trinidad.
Hi, people. I am Penelope Spencer, here from Diego Martin, originally from San Fernando. Pleasantville, to be exact. Warm, wild, and wonderful, and I'm exhilarated that you are here with us, people. You chose to be with us. Spread the word, spread the word, spread the word. In this weekly line, thank you for being here, called OMG Live Caribbean.
Hi, everyone. Richard Young, located with Camille in the lush, cool St. Joseph Maracas Valley, and always really happy to see all our regular OMG Live Caribbean family filing in. So join us. Welcome.
Hi guys, Vonette here. So wonderful to be with you as per normal. I hope you had a wonderful weekend that you missed us.
And hi everyone, Camille Abrahams, Selvon Abrahams from Maracas Valley, as Richard said, but it's a hot night in Maracas Valley. Around this day, it's normally very cold. It's hot, but happy to see you all.
Now remember, before you settle in to the show, share this live feed on your timeline so your friends can join us also. We have a really packed show today. So let's see what's in today's show.
Remember Bionic Man? Well, it's time for Bionic You, because you'll see a pair of shoes that will have you running over 25 miles per hour. I know some women need to get that.
Oh boy.
Yes. Meet a 70-year-old retired educator, Jacqueline Adams, wonderful woman, who became a lawyer. We'll introduce you to Felix, who lost both arms and had a new pair stitched on. And yes, they are working. Find out the names of four OMG Live lucky fans who will be getting breast cancer screenings from the Pink Hibiscus in Port of Spain.
Oh, nice.
Wow. Great. And we will be going live to Martinique to chat with filmmaker Alain Bidard. And meanwhile, on TikTok, we have some hilarious videos to share with you. We also have a trailer from a thrilling new movie called Violet. Plus, you will see young soca star Aaron Duncan's new music video.
I like Aaron.
And get ready to find out 6 things you really need to know. All that and much more in this episode of OMG Live Caribbean.
We found this delightful little video this week with a mother singing. It is a wonderful. It's
You all right?
Mother singing "My Girl" by The Temptations with her 8-year-old son. You may not recognize the mother, but we do. But it's a sweet video. Let's take a listen. It's cute.
I've got sunshine on a cloudy day.
When it's cold outside, I've got the month to make.
I guess you say
What can make me feel this way?
my girl,
My girl,
talking about
my girl, my girl.
I've got so much honey, the bees envy me.
I've got a sweeter song than the birds in the trees.
Well, I guess you say
What can make me feel this way?
my girl,
My girl, my girl,
talking about my girl.
my girl.
Oh, Bonnet, he is so adorable.
He's gonna be a superstar. He draws you in. He's amazing. Not taking anything away from you, Vonette, but you're
full of energy, And before we do these videos, I would normally tell him, okay, Isaiah, let's just focus on this song. I said, everything else is not necessary.
He's a performer.
Yes.
Oh gosh, but I want to welcome all our regular fans commenting and getting involved in today's show. Hi everyone, Camille and Vonette, who we are.
Hi guys.
Anderson Morris is here. Beulah, of course, Beulah Jean Scarlett loves your dress, Vonette.
Oh yes, yes. Yeah, I'm seeing my aunt Rita as Kirk Cambridge, or our partner Kirk is all right, Kirk.
Hi, Kirk.
And Maria Bola is picking up Labre. She says Labre in the house.
Yes,
Labre. I finally watched the episode, Vonette of Labre.
I didn't see it yet.
Ian Casey says, Penny, he loves your look. Ian Casey,
yes,
you know who
that's good.
That's good.
Very glamorous.
He changed his. Okay, all right. So he loves you.
Thank you.
Penny.
Thank you, darling. Nice.
Good.
Yeah, Penny, go ahead.
Remember to get on the show, send us your voice notes and video clips. Just email them to OMG Live Caribbean, either to emailing info@omgtt.com. We want to hear from you, all your thoughts, all your opinions. Just bring them in. Bring it in.
And we'll play it.
Right,
Yeah.
good. And I want all our audience to get ready to take part in this next segment. What was one thing you were happy about this week? So start typing, people. Come on. Share some happy thoughts with us. We need it. One thing you were happy about this week.
What you all happy about? Sal, you happy about them? What you happy about you?
Well, I have to say that my happiness, I realize, a lot of times comes from my family. And I was reading something the other day where they said, name the last 5 Oscar winners for the last 5 years. Nobody remembers that. But name 5 good friends who pick up your spirits every day. You can do that. So I realized it all comes from my family. And Monday was my baby sister, Frances. It was her birthday. Happy birthday, Frances. She's my baby sister. And we had a surprise small lime for her on Saturday. And she really did not expect it. It was so hilarious. Her face it was so much fun hiding to surprise her. We're like big fools hiding. And then when she came in, her face was like, she couldn't comprehend why some people would. She was so shocked. It was really, really, that was fun. So a surprise party is always fun.
I actually was on before this. Al Ramsarak, the folklorist. There was a memorial for him today. Just before the show, as it's ending at 8. It ended at 8. And I was a part of that, and I was just so happy how they honored him and how they, the tributes, and it was a lovely experience. And I'm glad that happened. And he is an icon in this Trinidad that we're gonna miss him. He's going to be missed. I hope our schools still, get his books for them, for our children to read in schools.
I agree.
Yeah, but I was happy for that happened.
Nice.
Yeah. I was happy for just as we talking about birthdays here. My baby brother Corey Selvon, a counselor for the area of Maracas Valley. It was his birthday too. I think it was about 2 days from your Cecilia, your
right,
sister.
my sister, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm happy for that. I'm also happy that we will be opening another campus very soon, which means that we are progressing even though COVID is happening. So the Tamina campus, lots of people don't know that there's a campus in Tamina. That will be
people
opening
don't know
up.
where Tamina is.
And given the opportunity to go to university instead of having to come into Port of Spain.
Yeah.
That's really good. That's really, really good.
That's good. Nice things happening.
I had a happy moment. I was trying to find, I couldn't find much, but I just remembered one. Zara and Eastman, you all know that I'm very associated with that fashion house. Yeah. And they're preparing for Fashion Week that is supposed to be coming up. So the energy at that space is so fabulous when we're preparing for Fashion Week. It's like new stuff and new energy and trying new things, and Nigel and Umza doing their stuff. And it's just this, this creative energy. Everybody's buzzing, and I spent some time because I'm like the unofficial, not the best body model, but when they want to actually try on the clothes on a living person, I'm normally that person. No mind they just talk about all my belly and all kind of different things, but that's okay. But I spent some time down there, and it was really wonderful. So
I thought you was going to end that with, and they want you, Cecilia and Camille, to model their clothes.
Yes.
Something like that.
Yeah.
For that.
Model it on OMG.
Yeah.
I could hook that up.
Next imperfect body. I'm here. Anyway.
Richard.
So,
yeah.
Richard,
any
one
happy
thing.
thoughts online?
I have what you call, what do you call that again? A bittersweet happiness. Well, last weekend, I think was the anniversary of my father's death. And my father and I were not really close. And but my brother organized a kind of tribute to him because he was an activist and a trade unionist who changed history to some degree. One of the most important things he did was the nationalization of the bus service. And Jules and Lennon and I were on a program. And the first time I had to speak about him, and I had to stay very centered so I don't say ugly, and to commemorate the things that he did for the nation, and to respect how people feel about his passion and his militancy. So it felt kind of good that he was being remembered. So I had a bittersweet moment in there. So I think that is what I would acknowledge, that I was able to release some positive in the middle of that.
Right. Very nice.
I
think it's such great work, Richard. It's about time, It's about time giving that platform.
Yeah, I did see that, and I was saying, but this is your father. Wow. Did lots of things, boy.
But he was also a gorgeous, Richard.
Yeah,
what a gorgeous looking man.
Yeah.
He's Richard's father, Hello.
Yes, exactly.
Hello. You answer the beauty that is over there in that little box.
Yes.
Hello.
Okay, what are some of our wonderful viewers happy about this week? Plenty things, but I can't read it.
Naima is saying she retired from teaching.
Naima, yes. Congrats, Naima.
Anderson Morris is saying that he's happy that the kids were back out of school. Who do you have here there, Camille?
Jalon George says, happy for every amazing opportunity that has come to me. That's beautiful. And being KCD, because I'm reading it how he typed it, says, happy I ended an association with a pleb.
An association with what?
A pleb.
Oh gosh, that is cheers here. That's a good one.
Mora says, happy I can be relied on. That's a wonderful
thing. I like that one. I was now going to point out that one at Priya Govind said.
Very nice.
Anyway, talk about happiness. Did you all see this lovely 70-year-old woman who decided that she wanted to become a lawyer and did it? Here is a retired educator, Jacqueline Adams, with photos and videos done by Cassius Rochefort.
One important thing is never give up on your dreams. You are never too old to pursue your dreams. Once you have life, you go and do what you want to do. Just don't give up. And listen to me, I am 70 years old. I'm almost 71. And I have just been called to the bar. So, just take a little hint from that and you just do what you need to do, and don't let anyone or anybody keep you back from pursuing your dreams.
Great. So we are the Hall of Justice. Are we about to start our shoot? So you will see some fire pictures just now.
She's
She looks so good.
Amazing. Wow.
And she's looking so good.
Yes. It is
Fabulous.
so inspirational. Oh gosh.
Welcome.
But you know, you have to really do it yourself, because in this society, okay, every time you look for a job, they have even on audition, they have a specific age, and it's never over 50 and stuff. I don't know what is wrong. This is an ageist society. I'm going to rebel.
Yeah.
When I get to that age, I don't want that bigotry. I don't want that bigotry when I get to that age. We move things along and head over to Meanwhile at TikTok.
Do you all know that Sunday, 10th October is World Mental Health Day? Yes, it is. And the team here at OMG Live will be teaming up with Lifeline to do a special live presentation on Sunday at 3 p.m. to mark this significant day. These days, many of us are struggling to find ways to navigate the many things that life throws at us, and it can be very overwhelming. Take a listen.
Let me just tell you something. Depression is real. Depression is real. And in case all you feel I always happy and always in a good, nice mood, I just go through real depression and mood swings and things. So to anybody who does be facing it, going through depression, feeling down and depressed, feeling angry at life, these kind of emotions, just know you're not alone, right? And it's not really the world to blame, for how we just be feeling. It's just so much pressure that's beyond the mind sometimes, You just have to talk to yourself and remind yourself that you're going on self. You got this, you could do this, you could make it, you could function,
It sounds so genuine.
Yeah, very genuine.
Such an important message, and from a man as well.
Yes,
that is such an important message, because many people out there suffering, and especially men, they don't like to talk about it.
Yeah.
So I really,
and then it leads to so many problems. Domestic abuse, suicide.
Yeah, people don't know how to talk about it, and the vent on other animals. I know people sick of the anger on animals. Anyway.
Yeah.
And social media doesn't help, because social media could be that thing really pushes them over the edge. So yes, reach out.
There's so much talk between the vaccinated and the unvaccinated. Well, this unvaccinated lady wants you vaccinated people to know your place and give the unvaccinated a blinking chance. You hear? Take this.
From the Unvaccinated Association. This is addressed to all vaccinated. As of the 11th of October, all dining areas are open, so you are now free to go sit down and wait in the line and leave the drive-through open for unvaccinated people like us to get fast service. Thank you. This is a public announcement.
What a character.
Oh my God, we need a campaign with her in it.
Yeah, Richard?
This week,
yes.
When Facebook, WhatsApp, and Instagram went down, it left many people feeling like the earth had dropped from under them. They didn't know who they were or who they are. They felt life had no meaning. They were in the dark. They felt like we went back to the dark ages. Let's take a look at this.
Oh my God, my Instagram isn't working. Is Facebook down too? It's been 15 minutes. What are we supposed to do? Is everything okay? And I mean, now how is anyone gonna know I had avocado toast for lunch? I mean, shouldn't we call the police? What is this? An episode of Little House on the Prairie? I am not okay. And what next? I'm gonna have to start churning my own butter or milk a cow, write a letter maybe? Jesus. Are we sure the world didn't end? I gotta call my therapist.
The world didn't end, you know.
I know y'all. My daughter was like every minute. What's up? It come back. I'm like,
I miss WhatsApp though.
yeah.
I really miss WhatsApp most of all.
Yeah. But you all know on a global level with WhatsApp, they pay a lot of bills, like in Africa and all those areas. That is really important for functioning.
Yeah.
So it's not just a social media thing when it comes to those kind of platforms.
Listen, Camille, when Facebook hunting went out, somebody called me. Oh no, somebody asked me to call them. I couldn't even remember how to dial or something because everything was sending voice note. I don't call nobody. So if you see me trying to figure out where to find the keypad to dial, you know what to call.
It's horrible. It's horrible.
It's true.
I read a book.
It was true.
Yes, I read a book.
I didn't see an emoji all day, and it was. Yeah.
Are we supposed to write letters now and post that?
But that was a nice break, though. I thought it was a nice break. I wish it could happen every 3 months.
Yeah, I think it's necessary.
Yeah.
Because it also made you realize, wait, do I need this to live? I don't want to be dependent on anything so much. So
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, moving on. We have another TikTok. You know, if you're on the heavy set side, it might be challenging to do some of these sexy waist whining moves that we have right now. Well, this heavy set young man is here to prove this theory wrong. Very wrong. Take a look.
Oh my God. You see my head like this? I was like, what?
He's scared.
Oh.
He moved every muscle.
Yep.
Wow.
Awesome.
Good.
All right. I think that's it for Meanwhile at TikTok. Now let's join Lovey and Matt on their St. Benedict Pines hike in Trinidad.
Oh.
West Coast beat, bang, bang.
Very nice.
I have to get to the Pines.
And you can camp, you know, they have little cabanas. You can spend my daughters go a lot to the Pines actually. So we must go one day.
Ladies and gentlemen, we head over to Hot Topics. Hot Topics. Well, I am just still amazed about Grenada. They had 13 deaths over the weekend, one weekend.
Wow.
The country had no deaths. This country was good. And their numbers are rising. And I know they had last week that put out a call. So, I mean, that's crazy that's going on over there. And I just hope that we could be people, I mean, Carnival coming just now for us too, you know? Mm-hmm. So, vaccinated
Did
or
you
not.
say 13 or 13? 13.
13.
Okay, that's bad.
Yeah, they had none just a little while ago.
Yeah.
Just 13 over the weekend.
Richard, what's going on with you?
Hot topic.
Well, I was just gonna the white elephant in the room. I mean, this week was the budget we had in Trinidad and Tobago right on Monday. There's much dialogue about it, you know, pros and cons. I actually looked at some of the discourse on some of our national television stations, and there are so many what I want to call it controversial approaches. Like there's money, they talk about VAT being removed from stuff, and then people were finding out that the VAT wasn't there in the first place. And there are some, I think the most important thing to me, I thought, was the digitization of processes that we needed to move closer to. So that's an actual positive thing, because that should have happened in spite of COVID. And so that we needed to move that way, because that's where the world is going. And I saw a lot of encouraging ways of even doing tutoring through the education system. I was looking at one of the things there, and I found that encouraging. I think that they want to give more towards the arts, which is encouraging by the sound of it, but it's in the dispensation that we're going to see how that works, because there's always that talk about economic diversification and going to non-traditional forms of income generation, which is creative industry emboldening. So I'm hoping that it actually takes up real fruit. So but there's so much more and so much to discuss. I don't think we have the time here, but I know that it's definitely a hot topic in Trinidad and Tobago. And so there's an approach to agriculture. I think an investment in doing agriculture is a positive sounding thing, because that's also going back to the land is really, really an encouraging step right across the board.
Very good, Richard. That is excellent. But exactly what you said there is the how. Because I listened to the head of the Agricultural Association, the Supermarket Association with the VAT. It's always the working out the processes after that have to be put in place properly, and we as citizens have to be vigilant and demand that they do it. That's all I have to say. That's what I have to say about that. What about another hot topic? Who's next? Vonette, you have a hot topic?
I was thinking about the application of the safe zones in terms of the theaters and the restaurants and I'm thinking in terms of the theaters, and I was just asking questions as to if we say that we have a vaccinated, we're opening these spaces to vaccinated people, then why are we opening them up to 50% capacity as against 100% capacity or 75% capacity? But I was made to understand that because of course, especially with the Delta variant,
it could still spread.
Yes, of course, it could still spread. So it's just an additional layer of protection why the venues are still at 50%. But it's so difficult for me thinking about planning an event and having, because generally, to be honest, the production costs are probably going to be around the same thing. So to have, I mean, they have discounted the some of the halls, but even with that, when you work it out, to do an event for 200 people, sometimes it doesn't make financial sense. So I'm just kind of weighing my options, because I had this event planned for November, but I have to really rethink it.
Yeah. What about when you have a theater like Little Carib?
Well, exactly. I mean, and in COVID, the capacity for Little Carib is 88 people. I mean, what can you do with 88?
Wow. And my hot topic, I just hope it just works out. You know why, right? Because I had front seat, right? So but my hot topic is teachers strike, and I have a very strange approach to what's going on, because I feel that the strike is not going to solve the issue, of course, but I guess they have to do something to make a statement. The idea of switching off the blackout, we need to think who is going to be affected, and what we need to do is, yes, strike and make the points, but don't let it affect the children even more, because the children are very, very affected with what is going on. My take on all of this, and this is not just a Trinidad thing, it's a Caribbean thing, it's also a global thing. It's all over the world, it's happening. And my take on it is that this is not going to go back to what we know as normal. This change is happening. It is real. We will go online whether we like it or not. There's something called the metaverse right now that people are talking about, where it's literally living online. We used to see it in movies. It's real.
It's real.
So you striking to say whatever, it's not going to really solve the problem. What we need to do is put our heads together and figure out how do we match into the future with what we have right now. That is what needs to happen.
I agree with you. Because in St. Vincent, Dr. Ralph Gonzalez is asking the teachers to please don't let the children suffer. Stop holding the children to ransom. But we'll see.
And the children have been affected. We really
affected a lot. But let's end our hot topics on a different note, a little fun note. Well, Trinidad James designed a new sneaker he released, and he said that it was inspired by the national flower of Trinidad, the hibiscus. So he got real pong on Twitter and all of these social media platforms because the national flower of Trinidad is the chiconia. And then he said, no, it reminded him of his favorite drink, sorrel. So people were like, what?
Somebody said he should go by James. Somebody said he should go by James alone.
Yes, forget Trinidad. But I researched it, y'all, and sorrel is actually from the hibiscus family. It's actually called hibiscus sabra, some But so he wasn't that wrong in that regard. And but he could just research it. Next, so that is a lesson to all of us. Please, you all use your Google or research before you put something out on social media. That goes for our finance minister as well.
Speaking of, what people on social media saying?
Anderson Morris is saying, keep the children in our prayers because this is going to affect them in their later years. Jennifer Nathan is saying we have patience and we'll wait. I think she's talking about my concert. So I guess I don't know. Yeah.
And Jennifer Nathan also mentioned about the guy whining. That his whining bone is very strong.
Yes.
His whining muscles.
Yeah. I'm seeing she's also commenting about the hike and that this hike was very beautiful. Kirk Cambridge says he's on social media for 30 to 45 minutes a day. She says actually only OMG keeps him on for an hour. You see where we love you, Kirk? We love you too. I think that should be it.
Yeah,
that's it.
Richard?
Okay, yes. You remember last week we asked our viewers to send in their names to be considered for the free breast cancer screen from Pink Hibiscus. Well, I want to thank the many people who sent in their names. Thank you very much. And if you did not win, you can still book your appointment. Just call Pink Hibiscus at 627-1010. I give you that number one more time, 627-1010, Pink Hibiscus. So let's take a look at the names of the OMG Live Caribbean and Pink Hibiscus winners.
That's it. Nice.
Congratulations to all our winners. Thanks very much to Melissa Roberts at Pink Hibiscus and to all our winners. The team at Pink Hibiscus will contact you to book your appointment.
Yes, Camille, I know you are into animation, right? But I was thinking, if Trinidad seriously looked at animation to bring income into our country, we don't need oil and gas. We could diversify. One hot animation, all right, could make over US $1 billion in box office revenue. Huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
No lights, fancy camera,
it's a $250 billion industry. You all need to understand that. $250 billion industry.
Yeah, we just needed distribution. We
And
don't need it. Yeah.
If we were really to think of our creative industry as an exportable commodity and seriously invest in it, I think there's so much we can do to offer the world.
Well, that is a very interesting thought. We came across a young man on the tiny island of Martinique who is doing just that. Full-length animated movies on his own. Let's discuss.
Wow. Stephen.
Let's discuss.
Full-length animated movie.
Where are Stephen? Where you?
Wake up, Stephen! Stephen, where you are?
Let's discuss.
All right. Well, We will wait and see if we get Alain to come into our
Yes.
show. Maybe we
Tell
should,
us
tell
about
us a
Alain.
tell us a little bit about the anime
Yeah, but
Caribbean
you-
coming up now.
Right. Why I'm excited about this is because Alain is doing a feature-length animated movie, and I don't think you understand that is not common in the Caribbean. He did the first one a few years ago and worked on his own, but the second one he worked with a team, I think. But it's such a big thing to announce on Anime Carib 20th anniversary that we're premiering. We're not just showing it, we are premiering it. And what is
Wow.
beautiful about it, we are premiering it in cinema. So we hope we just fine tuning which cinema. But we actually
Oh,
have a live
great!
stream. Isn't that
I'm going to come.
amazing?
That is
Yeah, it's
amazing.
amazing.
Yeah.
In a
Yeah,
safe zone, a cinema that's a safe zone.
Oh, well, have to be.
Yeah. Because they're preparing to open, right? I mean, it's about time that those are the things
It's
we
so
have
hard
do.
to make a full-length movie, for less a full-length animated movie. Jeez,
Yeah.
that must take a long time. All right.
You know, but
Apparently Stephen is having some internet issues, so he's gonna try to come on his phone.
Okay.
All right. We'll move on and then go back if he comes back in then.
Yeah.
Alright.
One of the have we ever had anybody from the Caribbean doing a full length animation?
Only Alain himself. Nobody else did.
Yes.
What?
What was his first one like?
It was really good. It was a sci-fi movie about past the slaves from Martinique, and they have a sci-fi futuristic vision of the Caribbean. It's beautiful. He went on and won, I think, over 20 awards or something for that film.
Serious?
He's amazing, He's an amazing guy. He did the voiceovers. He did everything because, of course, the budget is small. So he did
All
the
the
animation, the voiceovers, the music, the everything. But for this one, I think he had a team. But it won many awards.
Very
Excellent.
nice.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, we are hoping that Stephen gets back on soon.
But until then, if you only want to try a game time challenge, a short game time challenge or something until he comes.
You're gonna sing a song and you're gonna
Exactly. So we're probably just.
No, Penny, you are gonna sing the song.
No.
Oh gosh, then nobody will figure out what it is. So, okay, so the game time challenge for tonight is I'm singing a line out of a song, and you need to tell the audience needs to tell us which movie that song was from.
I like this.
Nice.
Right? So I'm singing one line out of a song, and you need to tell us which movie, and of course, normal applies. The person who answers the question first gets to ask a question. Normal rules apply, right?
Good.
So let's see. The first one. Hopelessly devoted to you. Hopelessly devoted to you. Ooh. Hopelessly devoted to you.
Creative.
Already?
Greece, yes.
Creative.
What she said?
Gosh.
Greece, all right, yes.
Right,
Now let's see that I was lip
congratulations.
syncing. So if people were watching me, they would think I was singing.
All right, Gray. Gray, do not answer the next one. Okay. Let's hear this one.
You cannot repeat winner. No repeat winners.
All right. Lay a whisper on my pillow. Leave the winter on the ground. I wake up lonely.
I know.
There
I know.
is silence in the bedroom and all around. All right, that's it.
Okay.
All right. You're supposed to be able to know the song from that and the movie. Very popular song, very popular movie.
Very. Seen it a million times.
Nobody says it.
Nobody?
Julie says Sands of Time, but I don't think that's it.
No.
No.
And Tolly, you know that one?
I know it. I
know
can't
it,
well
but
me
the
to
audience
remember, but
I think it's. So could we say it? Could we
No.
say it? Or
No, not yet. Not yet. Give the audience a little try.
There's no Sands of Time. No, it's no Sands of Time. Wait, they can't figure out that one?
It's a very popular movie, y'all.
Maria
But that
Bola
was
said,
a-
I don't care about the price, just keep singing for it.
Yes,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
But that wasn't the top song from the movie. You chose
was.
a subtler. Oh, it was. Okay.
It was one of the more popular ones.
songs. Okay.
Yeah.
But
Nobody?
not in the movie.
All right, we have to give them tick,
Nobody has.
tick, 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 tick.
Well, maybe
tick.
I should sing along in the chorus. Because that was the verse. So the chorus is, it must have been love, but it's over now. It must have been good, but I lost it somehow. So we must know what movie that is from. Come on. No, not Selena.
Nobody.
Selena,
Somebody said the game time hard.
No,
Challenge.
No, it's not hard. We all
It
know
is
it.
not.
We should. Maybe it's our age.
Yeah.
I'm now about to say that.
Maybe.
It's not that old.
All right, so let's move on. That was actually from the movie Pretty Woman.
Woman.
Yes.
Stephen is
We're
back.
ready
Right?
to go with Alain,
Oh,
Alain is
wonderful.
our animator.
So let's
From
discuss.
Yes,
Oh,
let's
it's
discuss.
Great. First, I would like to welcome our guest, Alain Bidard, joining us live from the beautiful island of Martinique. Welcome, Alain. So
Hi,
glad you
everybody.
joined us.
Thank you for having me.
We.
Before we even speak to Alain any further, can we see the trailer of his new movie?
Yes.
Wow.
Wow.
Premiere in Anime Caribe.
Wow.
I
Wow,
love it.
Alain, how is it possible that you can do all of that on your own? How? And what did you do? Everything? Tell us.
I didn't have the choice because when you're in the Caribbean, it's an independent it's an independent industry, so you have to do a lot of things by yourself. And over the years, I've learned how to do every single part of the film. And I came to this moment when I could put all this knowledge in action and create an animated feature film.
Wow.
Alain, tell me something. Why? First of all, I think that you do a lot of focus on the eyes of your characters, I notice. I love that. I don't know if it's just me observing that, but you spend a lot of time on the eyes. I love that. But tell me something, Alain. Why is it important for you to tell these stories?
It's important to tell those stories because that's give a voice to Martinique, because we are an island that is under French French government, and the French culture tends to really overwhelm our identity. And but Martinique has a Caribbean identity. It really has a Caribbean identity of its own, and we need to show this in our arts. So that help the people of Martinique to see themselves in movies, and that helps them to get confidence in themselves, and that inspires them to do better.
Lovely.
Wow.
I love it. I love that. Anything that is making people have cultural confidence and identity, that's right up my alley. But I've heard you have done other pieces. So tell us about some other things that you've done.
Yes, I've made a first feature film in 2015, Battle Chronicle that was premiered in Trinidad in the Anime Caribbean, and I've made a series pilot in 2018, inspired from the feature film, from my first feature film. I made quite a lot of short films, but my 2 and 3 last short film were about helping people who have mental health issues, to teach people what it is about and how we can help them. So and I made documentaries too, some alone and some with the help of other directors.
That is fantastic. You are really proving how important the creative industries and film and animation is for our country. So important. So how big is this dream for you, Alan? How far do you see yourself going?
I would like to make a lot of animation feature film, and I would like to inspire people to do the same. I dream about a Caribbean where there are a lot of people making movies like me, because I don't think that what I do is unreachable. It's a matter of resilience. And I hope that we're going to see this day where every island is going to be able to release 3 or 4 films every 2 years. So that's my big dream.
That is your big dream. Love it.
I'd love to ask Alain if you could tell us a little bit about the film itself. Of course, without giving away too much, but what is the film itself about?
The film itself is it's a fairy tale about a magic kingdom that is really inspired from our Caribbean folklore. And in this magic kingdom, everything everything exists because of magic, and the source of all this magic is a young princess called Opal. And if she's happy, the kingdom thrives, and everything is beautiful and blossom. And if she's sad, the kingdom dies, and everything disappears and goes to oblivion. And at the beginning of the film, some farmers call a sorcerer to show them that the flowers are dying, and immediately this farmer realizes, this sorcerer knows that something is wrong with the princess. Something is affecting her joy, and is going to try to see what it is and solve it in order to save the kingdom.
Thank you. Sounds interesting.
Yeah, that sounds like what we're going through right now with COVID. We need
like
to give us some magic. Yes.
It's like a Caribbean Wakanda.
So it will be premiering in
anime.
In Anime Caribbean.
Yes, it's premiering on October 28th at Anime Caribbean 21, and I'm really honored and really happy.
We will be there. We go in.
Yeah, I think the concept is quite extraordinary, Ale, and well, I want to thank you for joining us today and for sharing your journey with us. Is there anything else you want to add to leave with us here to inspire some young animators as well?
I want to thank everybody. OMG Live, Camille, and I want to say to everybody who want to create animation films, you can do it. It's not a matter of being good; it's a matter of being resilient. Because when you create animation film, you do the task again and again and again. So you find, even if you are not good at the beginning, you become good in the end. So it's a matter of courage and resilience, and I think that in the Caribbean we have that. So there's no reason why some other young people cannot succeed to replicate what I do.
Wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Alain.
Thank you.
We
Thank you
look
so much.
forward. We look forward to Opal in cinemas October 28th. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Bye, darling.
So what's coming to your screen next?
World Mental Health Day is this Sunday, October 10th, and we came across this movie that is coming soon about just that. Finding Yourself. This movie is called Violet, and the main character, Violet, realizes that her entire life is built on fear-based decisions and must do everything differently to become her true self. Let's take a peep at this movie.
I feel weird lately. Are you sick? You know, the committee in your head that tells you that you're a terrible person.
You're nothing.
Just never really noticed it before. You know what I'm talking about? Sure.
You're a loser. Are you okay? You're so selfish.
I just don't feel like I'm on top of things.
Loosen up.
The way I've always been doing things just doesn't work now.
You're so beautiful, so delicate, I feel sick.
I've been telling myself to do certain things,
Hey, Sugar Plum. Let it go.
act a certain way,
There's nothing better than watching her get all excited.
Don't cause a scene.
or else something bad will happen to me.
How could you be so stupid? Maybe cast yourself in a part you don't want to play anymore.
You're a pretty little flower. I'm scared to do things differently.
You're going to fail.
I'm not listening to that voice.
What did you say?
I'm a sucker for the
You'll never find your way back to that kind of freedom.
I don't want to be afraid of some terrible outcome. I want to be free.
This is a huge mistake.
I want to be free.
No one will even want to come near you. You will be alone. Alone. Alone.
I want to be free.
Yes.
Looks good. Looks good, looks good, looks good. This leads us straight into 6 things we need to know. People.
Well, first of all, did you all ever hear about mycelium? It's a mushroom that can replace meat, leather, and styrotex. Let's investigate.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Crazy.
At least it'll be degradable, I guess, instead of the styrotex.
Okay.
All right.
It looks like a giant marshmallow, but it's actually a mushroom. Slice it, and you get crispy vegan bacon. Or a convincing alternative to leather. And this lab grows an eco-friendly replacement to styrofoam, that light but bulky material taking up 1/3 of the space in all landfills. But can this company grow it fast enough to make a global impact? We visited Ecovative's headquarters in Green Island, New York, to find out. The magic is in mycelium, the living root structures of mushrooms.
Our entire philosophy is actually based around this idea that nature provides. Mycelium is a great solution to both the plastics waste problem we face as well as animal agriculture.
I think that is amazing.
Amazing. I would like to smell that bacon, though.
Yeah, boy.
The second thing you need to know is how to take a few ingredients and make some Thai chicken stir fry.
So the third thing is, in these COVID-19 times, we need to keep our lungs in tip-top shape. Here is how you can do just that with some thyme, ginger, and honey. Take a look.
I have something that's going to make big changes for you. It's going to help open up your lungs, take away that tightness, allow you to get more oxygen, reduce that inflammation, take away that mucus. And what you'll love about this elixir is that it's so easy to prepare. And most of you should even have these ingredients in your kitchen right now. Thyme is definitely the magic when it comes down to respiratory problems. It helps fight infections. Now, most of you are familiar with thyme when it comes to cooking in the kitchen. It works as a natural expectorant and serves as an antiseptic. Ginger can also protect your lungs. It's the gingerol in ginger that has that powerful anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effects. Honey has powerful medicinal healing properties. It helps fight bacteria as well as viruses. This is powerful. You're going to feel immediate changes. Your lungs are going to open up. Your bronchioles are going to open up. You're going to get more oxygen into your body, into the cells, to keep you healthier. I challenge you, please, try this elixir. You will see amazing changes.
Thank you.
I tried that.
Tonight, I have all them things home.
Well, fashion. There's a little fashion tidbit here. The world famous fashion house Versace recently showed their spring 2022 collection. We're getting a little peep.
Lovely. Fabulous.
Love that.
Next one.
Of course, next we see a gadget that can help you run on land up to 25 miles per hour and another that can do the same on water. Take a look, quick.
These bionic boots have been designed to perfectly simulate the stride of the biggest flightless bird in the world. A gentle jog will have you hitting speeds of 25 miles per hour without breaking a sweat, while sprinting can see you cracking the 40-mile-per-hour mark. The best we can do is look like we're defying gravity with a craft that doesn't look like it should. The Efoil is a cross between a jet ski and a surfboard, using a powered leg and hydrofoil to lift the board up out of the water, fully supporting the weight of the rider. A hand control takes care of the throttle and speed, with the rider having to use their own body weight shifting from side to side in order to steer, just like the real thing. The battery lasts an impressive 90 minutes on a full charge, skimming across the water at 25 miles per hour.
Wow, we need that in the Caribbean.
Wow.
Our final sixth thing that you need to know. Imagine losing both of your arms and then one day finding out that you can take somebody else's arms and put a new, attach it to you, and it could still work. Would you do that if you had the chance? Let's see.
Hi, I'm Felix, and I'm the world first recipient of 2 whole arms transplant. I was working for the Reykjavik Power Company, and one morning we were called out because a high voltage power line had gotten loose, and due to weather condition and light conditions, I basically went into the wrong one and grabbed the wire, burned both my arms off. I didn't like to be somebody who was dependent on other people with every single detail of my life. I didn't like to be dependent, to go to the bathroom, to shower, to eat, everything, I was a burden. Further down the line, when I was, when I reached some kind of a bottom, my perspective shifted, and instead of always focusing on the things I lost and the things I couldn't do, I started to shift my focus to the things I could do. But once this mind shift happened, I figured that, you don't need arms to be happy. My life actually has been great since then. Of course, there are different challenges, but who doesn't have challenges in their life?
Wow.
Inspiring. That was it, folks. 6 things you need to know.
Very
Anything
nice.
else viewers are saying?
No.
Yeah, Damian Edwin says he's a little late. Richard Bruce Miller says big up to you all. I don't think we have time to answer Greer's question, so I think Greer will check you out next week. So
I remember that. Yeah. And people this Sunday join OMG and the Lifeline for Speak Your Mind. Your mental health depends on it. As we observe World Mental Health Day from 3 p.m. right here on OMG-TT. Many are suffering, and we want to offer some solutions or options to ease the strain this Sunday, 3 p.m. Interesting.
I want you all to subscribe, get notified, share OMG Live Caribbean. Thanks to all those who took part in today's show. We truly appreciate you.
Yes, join us next week, Wednesday, live from 8 p.m. on OMG-TT on Facebook or OMG-TV-TT on YouTube. Or right here on CCN TV6 on a Sunday night. We're also on Gael, M&E TV, and SmashRadioTT.com.
Have a great week, everybody, ladies. I'll say goodbye. Say goodbye.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye. We leave you now with a music video from none other than Aaron Duncan. Play Suka.
So as we always say on OMG, let's
be kind to each other.
I say we can wait no longer.